Welcome back to the show, everybody. Check it out. Ripple gets another central bank partner, baby. New York Assembly has a bill for crypto and Whitehouse roadmap for crypto, but it is not good, ladies and gentlemen. You're about to witness the most aggressive shutdown of crypto you've ever seen. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. You can follow us on TikTok, YouTube, and Twitter for exclusive content. Right now, it is $1.11 trillion market cap for crypto. The market is up 2.1%. Good morning, everybody. 23,400 plus for Bitcoin now, 1,600 slightly over for Ethereum. Tether market cap, $67.6 billion, they say. XRP is 41 cents. Let's get into this. If you haven't done it, you better get your name on this list if you're interested at all in being at the greatest XRP Army conference ever of a lifetime. This event is going to be incredible. I have got people that are already committed to coming to this thing as panelists, and it's going to blow your mind. But you got to put your name on this list. It's underneath the video. If you don't, you're going to miss out because it's going to be a capped event, and I guarantee you right now it's going to sell out. Let's take a look at this. This right here, U.S. debt clock, ladies and gentlemen. And there's a problem we talked about yesterday. It's saying $0 ratio to oil, $0 ratio to silver, $0 ratio to gold. What is going on here? This is a problem. M2 money refers to, just so you know, money that is currently in circulation amongst all of us, every day, right? So that is a lot of money. And for some reason, that ratio is not showing. Why is it not showing for these very important commodities listed here? I don't know the answer, but I tell you what, I do know that the United States government has printed way too much money. And you guys know that I love having Glenn as a sponsor, but I was a customer first. And I tell you something, this right here stands out to me. Take a listen to this very quick plug. Shout out to Jason Cousins and everyone at Glenn.
Here are what we're calling our 5 golden truths. Number 1, with Glint, our clients can buy, save, and spend real physical gold digitally, even at the checkout, giving instant access to gold liquidity. 2, Glint's clients own their gold. Unlike many of our competitors, our clients' gold is specifically allocated to them, secure in a Brinks vault in Switzerland and insured by Lloyd's of London. 3, all Glint's transactions are super safe and super fast. When a client spends their gold using their Glint MasterCard, their physical gold is sold and their transaction is satisfied in the local currency of the vendor within a maximum of 1/4 of a second. 4, in the US, your Glint account allows you to save and spend in both gold and US dollars. We have now introduced Glinted, our in-app P2P functionality that enables our clients to instantly send and receive US dollars between Glint accounts, perfect for gifting, splitting bills, or making payments. Also, when US citizens spend gold in any state in the US, there is 0 charge on the transactions. And 5, Glint's FX is up to 6 times cheaper than the banks. So when traveling abroad, Glint account holders need only take 1 card with them. No more exchanging US dollars for local currencies at the Bureau de Change. It's easy and inexpensive at 0.5% to spend in gold. And if our clients want to withdraw local currency, they can use MasterCard accepting ATM machines all over the world, again with minimal fees.
There you have it right there. Shout out to Jason Cousins and Glint. I love those 5 golden truths, and it is the 5 golden truths that I love about it that make me want to use it, and I love having access to my gold through the MasterCard debit card. I really do when needed. Take a look here. We covered this yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. Link for that underneath the video. We covered this yesterday. I'm not going to play it again, but it is obvious that Senator Warren was coordinating and colluding with SEC's Gary Gensler for questions and answers before testifying in Congress. Now, to clear this matter up here, Jeremy Hogan says it's not illegal that I know of, but definitely unethical since her job is to provide oversight of the SEC, and that obviously conflicts with her feeding questions and answers to the head of the agency she's supposed to be keeping an eye on. In short, I said, put Elizabeth Warren, Senator Warren, put politics, lobby interest in front of the people she is sworn to protect and serve. Got it. Vote them all out. I'm telling you, it's the best way to do it. Put a flush on it. Whoever's been in, got to come out. This breaking news right here from Leonidas. Shout out to Big Skinny. He's got some news he shared with me. You're going to want it, but you might not like some of it, but you're going to love this. So you just will get this while you can. Shout out to Leonidas for this. As per the PM of Montenegro, the nation launched a pilot project to build the first digital currency or stablecoin for Montenegro in cooperation with Ripple and the central bank. Come on in, baby. James Wallace, Brad Garlinghouse sitting right there getting the deal done. I tell you what, James Wallace has told us there's more than a dozen or a couple dozen central banks that they're working with directly. He's also told us that he believes this year you will get a lot of CBDC news and announcements. Very, very excited for Montenegro and all the new announcements that would be heading our way in the coming months and year. New York State Assembly has received a bill that will legalize state agencies to accept cryptocurrency as a means of payment for fines, taxes, fees, civil penalties, and other state-related dues. Shout out to New York. They've really been under it because there's a lot of restrictions to New York residents that don't apply to many of the other states. So we'll see how this goes, but I think this is a big step in the right direction here. However, in a new government document, the White House's Office of Science and Technology Policy, known as OSTP, is asking for public help in identifying key areas the crypto industry that need more research and development. You believe you me, if they're asking the public for it, they've already done it. Then there's this, and this is a big deal, ladies and gentlemen. John Deaton, shout out to you, my friend. And I 1 million gazillion % agree with his statement here. The administration's roadmap to mitigate cryptocurrency's risk has been released as of yesterday. He says, we will soon witness the final and most aggressive push to shut down crypto. I've been saying I'm waiting for it, that the crypto winter has not fully yet been realized until the exchanges have really been dealt with, because they're too centralized against the traditional conventional framework that exists for exchanges today in the United States. Because USD Tether has not been rectified or satisfied, these two issues are glaringly obvious to me that they are points of interest and targets for the United States government. Get ready. The U.S. government is coming for crypto. Thank goodness XRP is a digital asset and not a cryptocurrency. Don't believe it. It's still true. Let's get down into this, ladies and gentlemen. I want to take you through it, but I'm going to give you the highlights. Look at what they say here. It would be a grave mistake to enact legislation that reverses course and deepens the ties between cryptocurrency and the broader financial system. The administration, however, wholeheartedly supports responsible technology innovations that make financial services cheaper, faster, safer, and more accessible. What does that sound like to you? That doesn't sound like the Bitcoin, does it? But it sounds awful lot like what Ripple's been doing with XRP, the digital asset. Safeguards will ensure that new technologies are secured and beneficial to all. Here's another paragraph section I grabbed here. Agencies are using their authorities to ramp up enforcement where appropriate and issue new guidance where needed. The banking agencies issued joint guidance just this month, which we covered, on the imperative of separating risky digital assets from the banking system. We encourage regulators to continue these efforts. Gary Gensler's not being stopped. He's been encouraged. And I don't see anyone on the right side of the aisle doing anything other than windbagging, including those designed to limit financial institutions' exposure to risk of digital assets. And here's where we get into it. In the coming months, the administration will also unveil priorities for digital assets research and development, which will help the technologies powering cryptocurrencies protect consumers by default. I believe this is suggestive that we're going to see the blessing of a value protocol or protocols. That's what I believe. And it could limit cryptocurrency's risk to the financial system following the steps outlined by none other than, wait for it, Financial Stability Oversight Council, known as FSOC, ladies and gentlemen, including addressing the risk of stablecoins. We're not done. Cryptocurrencies cannot undermine financial stability to protect investors and to hold bad actors accountable. Some cryptocurrencies entities ignore applicable financial regulations and basic risk controls, practices that protect the country's households, businesses, and economy. In addition, the cryptocurrency platforms and promoters often mislead consumers, have conflict of interest, fail to make adequate disclosures, USD Tether, or commit outright fraud, FTX. And there is poor cybersecurity across the industry that enabled Democratic Republic of Korea to steal over $1 billion to fund its aggressive missile program. That's a national security issue. You smelling what we're stepping in, ladies and gentlemen? Because I know I am. They're about to come hard on this thing. And isn't it fitting? Shout out to Wheezy Nerd Nation right here. Give him a follow. Isn't it fitting that we're going to show you none other than Gary Gensler back in the day explaining exactly what Ripple does? Take a listen to this.
FinTech has gotten into payments. Startups have gotten into payments. We all know the story of China that Alipay and WeChat Pay are dominant in the payment system. And yes, the central bank, the People's Bank of China, had to get their arms around it. And in Africa, in Kenya, Safaricom, a telephone company, got into the payment space. Now, what does this all mean to Facebook? Facebook has watched this and said, we want in as well. We want to do what Alipay or WeChat Pay or even any of these startups are doing in this space, because if you can get into payments, you can maybe get into credit. And if you get into payments and credit, you can start to make some of the profits that the financial sector has made. FinTech has gotten into payments.
He knows exactly what's going on here. You know, you can't make it up. This is going to get very interesting, and I think it's going to get a lot scarier before it gets a lot better. Make sure you know what you hold. Protect yourself. Everyone has to do their due diligence. Vet everything I say, everything I show you. Do your own research, no matter who you trust, whether it's me or someone else. This is not financial advice. You have to do the soul searching and the knowledge digging and everything. Trust but verify. It's the only way you can do it. Eggrag Crypto, XRP bouncing range. He says BTC is bouncing above the 2018 all-time high by about 20%. Ethereum is bouncing above its 2018 all-time high by 20%. However, XRP is bouncing below its 2018 all-time high by 90%. XRP should be bouncing above the $4 factor or range by a factor of 10 from the current price of 42 cents. Then he shows us this. Wake up line. Line of faith. Falling wedge. Falling wedge target is $1.20 to $1.50. The wake up line of faith is $5.50 to $6.30. This aligns with Dark Defender greatly and some of his long-term price targets as well. These targets will be met faster than any one of us can comprehend. Top line of the falling wedge and line of faith apex is around March, he says. And isn't that interesting? Because should we see the resolution of that case, I believe the fundamental news could work very well in line with the technical news. But none of us know for sure. And that's the important thing to remember here. But this is where it's all coming to. And we're either going to break up, break down, or more sideways motion. What's it going to be? None of us know. But I tell you what, even though I know I don't know, I'm grateful that I have the awareness to be paying attention and to have a position while doing so. That's what I'm doing. Not financial advice from me or anyone else. I trust capital. You know, it's not just as simple as getting tax-free crypto, because that's what you could do at I Trust Capital. You can roll over your 401k and 403b and 457 and